Katie Cecil and her family hurry back to the beach at Bob Hall Pier after a shark sighting here. She wants to keep a close eye on her 5-year-old daughter, Aubrey, because the sharks came too close to her daughter.
Yeah, we were sitting down right there in the chairs and watching the kids, and then all of a sudden we just saw the fin come up and he was kind of hovering for a second. And then he went back down and we looked like, was that a shark? And then sure enough, he came back up and yeah, it was a shark.
The movie Jaws is what comes to most people's minds when they see a shark or merely hear the word shark. Of course, in that movie, it was a great white doing all the killing off Amity Island. No great whites in the Gulf though, but here along Padre Island, there are plenty of bulls, hammerheads, and of course, tiger sharks. Just last summer, this monster 12.5-footer was reeled in. Guess where? Bob Hall Pier.
Because you don't know what they're capable of doing, so as far as, coming in this way, we all hear stories of shark bites, so it doesn't always end well.
Katie and her family came down from Fort Worth to spend Father's Day here. Her dad, Terry, told us on the way they got into a car wreck, but they eventually made it to the beach, only to have sharks swimming around his granddaughter when they arrived.
It made it real interesting. I was sitting here with the binoculars and they said they saw a shark. I didn't believe it, but they said one right up against him and everybody huddled out. People started coming out of the water.
Lifeguard Sam Smith was one of those emergency workers who showed up to the beach to check out what was going on. He wasn't alarmed though.
Never heard of anyone being bitten before. Just remain calm.
Just a few hundred feet away, we found fisherman Steve Cotham after he'd reeled in another black drum. He said the fish were really moving through on this day, and that might explain the sharks.
They might be chasing schools of little fish, and they're just coming through here.
Surfers report seeing sharks along our beaches all the time. Reports of attacks are rare, but just the sight of a fin, or knowing they're in the water, was enough to put a real scare into this family and others who were here at Bob Hall Pier. Michael Gibson, 3 News.